I'm Sol Ballard, transformational coach, journalist, and producer. My obsession with personal development began while recovering from the self-destructive lifestyle I led many years ago, and that obsession hasn't ceased since. This year, I felt the call to share my transformational journey by interviewing professionals transforming people's lives in unique ways. We had no clear system, no plans, no format. My team and I simply picked up a camera and started filming. After such a compelling journey, it has now evolved into a full dynamic docuseries. We wanted to share an inside look of this adventurous and creative journey before our official premiere. This is the making of Embody. So the one thing that my team and I were clear about, there was a lot of things we didn't know, but the one thing that we were clear about is that we wanted to inspire others, anyone that viewed the Embody docuseries, to carve their own transformational path. And it wasn't about knowing a full system or knowing all of the steps, but it was about finding your starting point and allowing yourself to take it from there. And we also wanted to provide practical steps to do so. But the beauty of all of this is that that's something that we were doing ourselves. We had no idea that what we were doing or the format or any real direction. We just picked up a camera and decided to start filming. And with that is how Embody was born. And it was just beautiful to watch us walk our talk and be the representation of the message we were trying to portray to the world. At the time of this feature that you're about to watch, my team and I had no idea that what we were filming was a docuseries, but we did know that we wanted to bring others on my journey. And at this time, I was also looking to enhance my personal brand as a transformational coach, and I knew that that was going to be an extension of myself. I wanted almost like a signature scent. I was looking for the Sol Ballard perfume at the time, and it was very interesting because the world was about to start coming out of lockdown. And I knew that I was going to do more speaking presentations. I was going to do more corporate trainings, in-person meetings. And I wanted to be more conscious about how people experienced me as a brand using scent. I chose Maurice from Osme Perfumery to help me out because after getting on the phone with him and learning all about his knowledge, his expertise, and hearing all about these unique scents that he's importing from all around the world, I just knew he's the right man for the job. And I just couldn't wait to have an in-person consultation with him. But what was supposed to be a meeting on scent to enhance my brand ended up becoming a lesson in personal growth and transformation.
So finally, you're here.
You know, we finally meet. This place is mesmerizing. Everything, the design, the perfume bottles, the smell. I'm so honored to be here.
Thank you, thank you. So, as we were talking on the phone about what you kind of wanted, you wanted to find a perfume that will, represent you as a person. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some items or some perfumes that you may love and some that you may absolutely not like, but it's all a part of the process.
Oh, that's interesting.
So tell me a little bit more about what exactly you wanted.
Yeah, so as I was mentioning on the phone, it's as the world opens up, I'm having more in-person meetings, I'm having these events that I'm attending. I want something that represents who I am.
Okay.
I don't want the typical, everything that's out there that has been overdone. That's a little, I want something more unique. So for me. So, as you know, I'm a mindset coach for a living, and I do inspirational speaking. So I kind of want something that captures that, captures me professionally and my personality on a more personal level.
It's actually interesting that you said that, because your perfume is an extension of your personality.
Okay.
And I understand 100% when you say that you want something that's unique. That is what niche perfumes are.
Yeah.
So the typical perfumes like your Gucci, your Prada, your Yves Saint Laurent, all those perfumes are perfumes that they do perfume as an extension of their portfolio, not because they specialize in it. So these perfumes are very unique, very different. We have one brand that makes for Michelle Obama. There's another brand that makes perfume for the Queen of. Actually, as a matter of fact, we have four different brands that makes perfumes for the Queen of England.
Really?
So these actual perfumes that I'm going to be showing you are all very unique. So they are not. You won't find someone else wearing what you wear.
And that's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Because I sometimes, you associate certain smells with certain things, and you have no idea what someone else has associated that smell with. And I want to have that unique perfume that's me, that gets associated with me. That makes any sense. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
So give me one perfume that you have that you love.
I like Bright Crystal by Versace.
Okay.
And I also love the Yellow Diamond. I just love the Versace collection.
Okay.
I like the kind of like the lighter. I live here in Miami.
Okay.
So I want that floral. My brand tends to be very bright, very vibrant, very alive, freedom, and that's kind of my brand is an extension of myself, just like the perfume. So that kind of I feel has been the one that more
speaks
closely
to you the most.
represents what I do, but then I also know what other people are wearing it. So,
all right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring some perfumes and I'm going to put it right here.
Okay.
But what I am going to do, I'm going to bring you outside of your shell, outside of your comfort zone.
I love that.
So I'm going to show you some that are light.
Okay.
Some that are a little bit heavier. And by the time I'm finished, you will have an understanding or a new appreciation for perfume, because some of these brands, they don't just do the typical, they go unique as it comes.
Really?
So I'm gonna put maybe 3 perfumes here first, just to see, just based on what you've actually told me.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to see which one closer resembles what you already have. And then I'm gonna take it from there and show you some other things that is completely on a different spectrum.
But also based on what I told you?
Yes.
That is okay. All right, I trust you, so let me know.
So don't smell it as yet. I'm gonna bring a couple more to you. So this is one.
I ended up getting more than I bargained for after meeting Maurice for a perfume consultation. This was more than just finding a scent. There was psychology involved and pushing outside my comfort level.
This process normally takes a little while because I have to warm you up by showing you different things before I start to go outside the comfort zone.
I love the psychology. I'm all about outside the comfort zone, so okay.
So this is
little hints?
Yeah, so this brand is called Raja Dove. Now this is now stepping it up. This is more elegant.
Yes.
The perfumer behind this brand also has made stuff for the Queen of England and many other dignitaries. He just has
The scents Maurice presented me with began to evoke emotions. They triggered internal reactions. I started to smell variations of myself in them. It was now all about determining which one would encompass my multifaceted brand personality.
But I have a question for you. From the 4 that you have actually, smelled so far, which one are you more comfortable with? Which one do you like the most?
So this one, I love the orangey scent. I think this has a time and a very specific time and place. I don't think I could wear this one everywhere. I think I'm going out on a boat with my friends, or this one is typically of what I normally would wear. But so far this one I feel represents not so much me, but where I'm going, and I want to be taking a little bit more seriously. Not that I'm not, but just that's the energy I'm going for. So I like this one, and I like that. For me, there's a little mystery in there, like what is this exactly? And I feel like that's who I am. So far this one also time and place for this one. I actually like it.
Yeah.
It's good. Not what I would pick on my own, but now
Okay.
that you put it in front of me,
Right.
I could see this.
Okay. All right. So now
Okay.
for the wild card. So
Alright.
this perfume is like the color, bold, unique,
Sounds like
attention
me.
grabbing. It is something that when you walk into a room, if you have a extroverted personality, or
Yeah.
even if you are an introvert but you want to portray a certain image, then you would kind of gravitate towards this one.
I can smell from what you sprayed.
So this
This
is
amazing.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This is bold. It's bold. It's full of life. It's amber. It's musk. It's grapefruit. It's dried fruits. It is unique.
I think I'm in love. This, like your wild card, this is outstanding.
Yeah. So sometimes people at first when they walk in, they tend to stick with what they know at 1st.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, I like to pull them out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
Sometimes that comfort zone, they will really love something, but they might not be ready for it as yet. So what I like to do, I like to give some samples so you can actually experience, some unique things. And by unique things, I mean, for example, notes like oud. And I'll explain what oud is in
Okay.
a second. So this one,
This, oh
You
my
love
goodness.
that
Like
one.
I want to keep it here for the rest of the day.
Okay.
It's wow.
yeah,
Wow.
different,
Yes.
unique.
But also it's everything, it's what I want to represent, just unique,
Okay.
bold, it's just, and it also still has like a little hints of playfulness. So it's a
course.
lot happening at once.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel that I am. There's a lot of different layers to a lot of people. We all have different layers, and it's like, how do you bring that into a
Into
scent?
one.
All of these layers of who you are,
Yeah.
and then what would that smell like?
Okay.
So,
Which I totally understand. It's
wow.
yeah. So this one, I'm just gonna put it right here.
But we're not done yet, right? So
No.
even though I fell in love,
Even
there's
though-
more to explore.
Even though you fell in love, there's a couple more for you to kind of try. So I'm just gonna move these a little bit back.
And just like all good things in life, I found just what I needed right outside my comfort zone. I still think it's this one.
Okay.
This is still like, yep.
That
But
is the
this
one
is-
I called your name.
Yeah. This is a close second, but this is, I feel like, me in a bottle.
Okay. Well, there you have it. You have chosen your new scent.
And this was one of the ones that you said would be outside my comfort zone, right? This was a
It-
wild card.
That was a wild
And
card.
I went for the wild card.
Yeah. Because if you've never experienced some of these before, some people, they like to, stick with the perfumes that they know,
Yes.
the similar scents. So if you haven't experienced fruits being done in that particular way, when you finally smell it, then you're like, wow, this is very unique. This is outside of what I would normally wear, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and these two, this is like a hair away.
Yeah.
This just is more of like a,
That one got gold.
yeah, but this is also, and that was a wild card as
Yes.
well. So I love it, and and it makes sense because although I love the perfumes that I gravitate to, if I don't have any other options, I don't know what I don't know,
Of
as
course.
you just mentioned. So when exposed to something different and pushed outside of your comfort zone, you're like, yes, this makes sense, which is why I came to the right place.
Good. So what I'm gonna do is, when I'm gonna wrap up your perfume, I will
Okay.
make sure to put in samples of 3 of your favorites.
Ah,
So that way you'll, I might even throw in more than 3, but that way you'll understand, or you get a chance to experience things, perfumes that you just haven't tried,
Okay.
and maybe wouldn't get a chance to try if you weren't here. Yeah, man. So
you.
I'm glad that you came in.
me too.
And found something special.
It definitely is. And the bottle, everything about this particular perfume is like me. Although again, there's a few others that I was just like, I love, and a few that I'm willing to explore a little further, give it, more time. I was so eager to sit down with Maurice to discuss how scent could be leveraged to enhance our personal and professional development. So if I wanted to influence, say, I'm going to go for a pitch, and I want to influence the people in the room to feel a certain way about me, or just feel a certain way, period. Is there a certain sense that I can go for? Is there any more psychology behind perfume that I can use in my favor?
Of course, there is. That's an interesting question. There are certain notes in perfumes that are used for different things. For example, lavender is calming. Peppermint is uplifting. So there are certain notes that you can actually use to even boost yourself up. So your perfume is an extension of your personality. It's how you want to be portrayed. It's how you want to feel that day. That's why maybe I don't really believe in a signature scent, so to speak, because you can actually use specific scents to heighten different moods. So you have, let me see, lavender. Sorry, I mentioned that one already. You have like sandalwood, which is also very common. So you can actually use different scents, almost like you would be doing aromatherapy. Yes. So then I can, spray on certain scents and come into a room, and people, without even knowing what it is, there's just like maybe lavender, something calming, something soothing about this, or peppermint, something uplifting. Yeah. So we can use that to work for us, right? In our favor. It's amazing. And a little bit of what we talked about earlier, what I love about perfume, it's just it's a nonverbal way of communicating. Of course. I could not even know who you are and be sitting at a coffee shop or something, and you can pass by and I kind of get a hint of who you are just based on how you smell. And that is amazing. We don't even have to talk. We don't even have to look at each other. That's the beauty of scent, is that I don't even have to see you without, without getting this sense of who you are as a person. Just a glimpse into your realm. You're correct. It's as a matter of fact, they say that your olfactive memory is the strongest one. So that smell may actually bring that person back to a particular time or place. So you are right. You necessarily don't have to talk. Sometimes they will smell you, and they won't really realize why they are attracted to you. But it may be because when they were a kid, their grandma was baking in the kitchen and they use a particular spice. And that spice that is in your perfume brings them to that time and place. So it is a very powerful thing. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. I love that. I remember. And of course, as a transformational coach, ideas started flowing in on how scent could be used to enhance our state of mind. One of the things that I do with mindset coaching is something called NLP. I don't know if you heard of it, NLP techniques. Yes. And there's something called anchoring. And you can anchor a person into a certain mood or state by anchoring a memory of when they were in that state. So it can be something like touching your earlobe, and you try to anchor in that mood or that state every time you touch your earlobe. Is something that you can do the same with the perfume. You can do the same thing. Of course. So maybe, during a time where you felt really confident, or during a phase in your life that was really happy, you can probably bring yourself back to that by using that perfume. And now you're in that mood. Now you're back into that persona. You can uplift yourself. You can soothe and calm yourself. So that's what I love about perfume and scents. It's psychology behind it. You don't even almost know why. It's just like, oh, this reminds me of this time in my life. And there's certain scents that I smell that remind me of when I was 13, and I started playing around with scents, and I used to get the body mist with like all the glitter in it. I was 13. And there's certain scents that just bring me back of what I was doing at the time. And it's just a whole memory, like, oh yes, I used to shop at this store, and I used to wear this, and the little backpacks, and that kind of thing. So it's powerful. It's a very powerful thing. I totally agree. My perfume consultation with Maurice opened my mind up to what would later become the theme of Embody.
every area of life could be leveraged for personal transformation. There's a deeper meaning to even the most minute details of our lives, each experience presenting itself as a gift for growth.
I love the scent that I selected. I mean, there was a few, and so I want to keep coming back and exploring what else you have.
Yeah, man. It's interesting. When you came in and you told me what you liked, you know, I said that these two are maybe the ones that you'll actually probably go to, and these two are the wild cards. Well, you do what a lot of people do, is at first you were comfortable with the ones that you were somewhat familiar with, but you jumped very quickly and went to the wild card, which is something that you would probably never tried if you weren't here. And I'm happy you did pick the wild card. I know you have a new love.
Yeah, I like things that are unique and different. So it was good to have, you know, it was nice to have, you know, the one that was that resembled the one that I use more often. But then you give me something that was almost like on a different category and unique and different. And of course, I'm like, this one's so different, and everything about it I felt was my personality.
It's kind of like made for you.
Yes, that's how it feels. And I'm like, this is what, when people come close to me, even if I pass by, you know, someone, this is what I want to leave them with, you know? So I love that.
Good.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we'll be in touch. I will be here.
All right.
Once a month.
Looking forward to see you again.
Yes, you too.
All right.
Thank you.
Until next time.
My team and I learned so much from this feature alone. I went in wanting to enhance my personal brand and just got immersed in the psychology of perfume and scent and how it can be used to trigger certain emotions in not only ourselves, but in others as well. And also how everything that we desire in life exists right outside our comfort zone, even with perfume. So in essence, we learned to just go with the flow with our productions. We might go in there expecting one thing, but it might be another. And from there forward, we decided we wanted to take a more experimental route, experimenting with what causes personal transformation. This feature also helped us realize that all areas of life can be used for personal transformation. So much went into the production of this feature alone. So we had an entire production team. I was lucky enough to have a stylist that day, and we were collaborating with Effie Jewelry that day. There was a consultant that flew in with thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. It was so much fun just showing off all of the bling during the filming of that feature. And we were also juggling a second clothing brand. So as you can see, our day was just full of growing and learning lessons, but it really enhanced our production and how we partner with brands today. All this, and we still didn't have a set format for the show, and we still wanted to incorporate more elements, but keep watching and find out how it all came together.